And I'll be contemplating and reflecting each step. So eyes are gently closed and become aware of the place where you are sitting. Place awareness. Yes, place awareness is the space all around your body, and that space is one with the infinite space. All are containers. What are no, one is the container, all are the contents in that space. In that space, all are contents. So we have to remember we are not the content, we are the container. And there is only one container, like the space is one. We just maintain that awareness that I'm not the content, I'm the container. Look at the position of the body, that is a content. So the mind does not want to leave the content. It says, yes, one content is the false I, and it says that this is the I am that. And that causes the delusion. So looking at the position and the posture of the body. Why mind does not like to stay with the container? Because of habit, past impression, because of the delusion, ignorance. It does not want to stay that there is an infinite space, all the contents are there. So that is why we equate the space, that is why we equate the space with like the real self, all pervading. But we equate does not mean that the space is the real self. Space is still the matter. Let us move little deeper, being comfortable. So being comfortable is changing the direction of the mind. That why we change the direction? Because why we change the direction? Because content is there in the world, and we want to know the subjective reality. That is, so when the knowledge settles, when the knowledge settles in the intellect, when the knowledge settles in the intellect, it can push the mind to return again and again, so-called insight. That is the main purpose. So how we do it, and we have understood that yes, we look at the shoulder joints, So looking means we experience, we are aware. When we say look at, when I say look at the shoulder joints, you are aware or you feel or you experience. But at the same time, you take your mind deeper. So when we take the mind deeper, we are again aware of the space or emptiness or blankness. It is a good space. What is a good space? Good space means the calmness is there. Comfort are there. That again we are going to the same subjective reality. Looking at the hip joint. So yes, we start with the content because the mind understands the language of objective reality. Then we experience, we are aware, we experience the sensation, comfort, and steadiness. But that comfort and steadiness we experience because mind is aware inside of the space of the blankness. That comfort comes from there, not from the hip joint or shoulder joints. Comfort comes from the space or blankness or emptiness, not from the joints. So we experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Being carefree. And carefree is another state to. Here we see the separation of the content and the container. That is another way to put it. So space and objects in the space and the body is there. Body and the different parts are there. So we experience that kind of a separation. A highway and the traffic is there. The sky and the birds is there. They are separate. Same way, the thoughts are there. Thoughts are there, very good. But the thoughts are different from the container. So here you just casually look into the space inside the forehead. It is again a kind of imagination, but sometimes imagination also works. So yes, The space is there, and the thought, feeling, and emotion sensations are just moving like the traffic moving on the highway, like the birds flying in the sky. So, not only it is more than the step of being comfortable, but also we experience a different level of awareness. Knowledge is very important. That knowledge, or we can say awareness, whatever you want to say, that is very important. So the moment any thought, feeling, and emotions enters, you experience. So you should also experience the space behind it, because thought needs a space, feeling needs a space. That is what the Buddha did by being aware of the breath. Breath is always in the present. You don't become aware of the breath of yesterday or in 5 minutes ago or 5 minutes after in the future. You are aware of the breath in the present moment. So the mind is kept in the present and the thoughts are moving and coming and going. We see that separation. So here we are just looking into the space and we are aware of what is changing. Space does not change, and so that knowledge we understand in the intellect, but the mind does not understand. Mind only understands by repetition. Continue. That is why we say keep on. Never forget to do the practice every day. We say no, we have to practice every day without fail until it results into an awakening. Think. Just understand it clearly. So in that state of awareness where the thoughts are known, understood, different from you, in that space we look at the entire world as an object, so many objects. That is our first neighbor. Neighbor obviously means an object. That is why we say the world of objects, not world of subjects. So if wherever there is an object, there has to be subject. And that subject here is the space, the infinite space. Yes, casual, whatever comes to the mind belongs to the world, just check it. You're not doing anything, you're simply recognizing that is our first neighbor. So, neighbor gives me an idea, neighbor gives me an idea in the mind. It is not me, it is not I am. But at the same time, mind with the past impressions continues to say the false I is I am. Let it say. We are weakening it. The second neighbor is the body. I'm not the body. And wait for the mind to say that, mind brings in lot of emotion, feelings, sensations. They are identifications. Second neighbor. I see through the eyes does not mean I am the eye. I think through the mind doesn't mean that I am the mind. I feel the sense of touch through the skin doesn't mean that I am the skin. If I am none of these five sense organs, then I am not the body also. Since our birth, we identify with our body unconsciously, and that has resulted into an ignorance that I'm the body. The third neighbor is the energy, prana. We discussed and we understood it has to do with hunger and thirst. So it is the prana is everywhere. It is like the wiring. So wiring is there in the home, so you have electricity. Wiring is not there, there is no electricity. But it also works like the wireless phone. So we have electromagnetic waves and we have the same energy. So that energy is independent of the body. Body of ant, body of me and you, body of an elephant. Oh, if it is independent, then why I say the breath is life? That is the ignorance. We want to get rid of it. That there is an existence beyond this breath in the body. Third neighbor, fourth neighbor is the mind. You know, you listen, you hear, so everything, listening, hearing, feeling, touching, is mind. Including the fourth. And the fifth neighbor is the I thought. That is also a part of the mind, function of the mind. I am. When I say I am, mind says yes. Body, mind, intellect, sense organ, past impression, frustration, anger, anxiety, pleasure, wealth, everything. Oh, that is what I thought is. Yeah, I thought cannot live without these possessions and objects. and the sex neighbor is the ignorance. Ignorance, causal body, we can say, or simple way. The simplest thing that I know that I don't know myself. And the best thing to help the mind to recognize is the Shanti mantra. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. So you see, we are again reflecting on it. Oh, it means let everyone be happy, including me. Happiness is my essential nature. I'm a living being. It means happiness is the essential nature of everyone in this universe. But how come? Where there is a life, there is a consciousness, and there is a mind. That mind is searching happiness. From the ant to the elephant, all are searching happiness, consciously, subconsciously. But why? Because happiness is our essential nature. That is why we are searching. They are searching in a wrong direction. They are not fully aware. We are aware. There is a self awareness. So, from there, the journey of the Eastern wisdom begins. This has to be contemplated again and again and again until mind drops seeking peace and happiness from the world outside. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Shanti, peace. So you see, outside language translation made everyone be in peace, as if I am ordering the peace should go to everyone. But another meaning, that peace is my essential nature. How do you recognize? I recognize within. I recognize beyond the body. Oh. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. May there be wholeness in all. Wholeness, holiness, completeness. So, what is the knowledge? When there is a sense of completeness, there is no pleasure seeking desire. So, until I recognize and realize the completeness in me, the pleasure seeking desire will continue. Just check your thoughts where what kind of a thoughts you have, identified attachment, and you will discover that the mind is still searching. And that search comes to an end by the repeat practice. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. And look at the entire body and experience the sensation, relaxation, and the stillness in the body. Sensation, relaxation, and stillness in the body. Looking at the entire body from the top of the head to the toes, and experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness or stillness. Now, we'll move to some active steps today. You're looking deep inside the forehead in the space. And there you are dropping Om Namah Shivaya. You're looking into the space. Om Namaha Shivaya. So again, purely it is a mental way of saying it. So mental way of saying is more powerful than the physical, louder way. And now see that you keep on doing Om Namah Shivaya, wait, there is a space. Wait means there is a space, and then again you gently the mantra, and at the same time you start breathing long in the hissing breath into the chest, into the entire rib cage from the shoulder to the last rib inside. Long, deep in the hissing, and Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Long, deep in the hissing breath continues. The mind is not objecting to it. There is a sense of endurance. The body remains totally steady and continue with Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya is gentle and Om Namah Shivaya. You are dropping into the space inside your head and gently. At the same time, you are breathing long, deep in the hissing into the entire rib cage. It has nothing to do with the Bhasrika. Same long breath in during inhalation and the same long breath during exhalation in the state of stillness in the body. Any resistance is there, endure it, and you should feel as if you're doing. It is a joy of doing. Now leave this breathing but continue with Om Namah Shivaya. You leave the long deep breathing but continue to drop the mantra inside the forehead. And experience the change. Experience the change in terms of you experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness, calmness, and quietness inside. Continue. So you are dropping Om Namah Shivaya. You experiencing the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. So that means the mind has less distractions. It is more on the mantra. Om Namah Shivaya. And again, we introduce a little active step. As you inhale deeply, move the mind from the top center of the head to the tailbone and singing mentally Om Namah Shivaya with an image of the Shiva, it's okay. And while breathing out, moving the mind from the tailbone to the top of the head, Om Namah Shivaya. Breath is deep, silent, and slow movement along the spine and dropping Om Namah Shivaya in the state of the stillness in the body will take us to another level. Check that the rate and the rhythm of the breath is smooth, gentle. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Only one Om Namah Shivaya during one inhalation, one Om Namah Shivaya during one exhalation. And now leave this deep breathing. Visualize a triangle deep inside your heart, or in front of you, the big triangle. Moving the mind on a triangle and dropping the mantra Om Namah Shivaya. Second side Om Namah Shivaya. Third side Om Namah Shivaya. Clockwise and anti-clockwise. Continue to drop it mentally. So now you see the side of a triangle, Om Namah Shivaya. Second side, Om Namah Shivaya. third side, Om Namah Shivaya. And then you can move it anti-clockwise and see the mind remains absorbed deeper within. This is kind of a locking the mind inside, clockwise, anti-clockwise movement, and see that in that movement the mind gets absorbed into the side of a triangle with a mantra, with the movement.
Toll-free call.
And now moving the mind deep inside your heart while singing Om Namah. When you say Shivaya, your mind seems to absorb deeper within, and then you do nothing, remain in that state of doing nothing. The moment any thought returns, again, Om Namah. So by saying Om Namah, you are pushing the mind deeper inside Shiva. Maybe an image of the Shiva, that will work. No image of the Shiva is infinite space, that will also work. So once you say Om Namah Shiva, you are absorbing the mind deeper within. And if there is a total emptiness and just absorption, stay there. Om Namah Shivaya. And this one, check it that you can stay there in the last step of absorption for a longer period. That means, obviously, we are progressing. So the last step is absorption, means the one who is a meditator is absorbed into Om Namah Shivaya, object of meditation. So even if I'm recording Om Shanti Shanti to conclude it, but you have to do it for a longer period. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand. Bring your mind on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside the palms. Know your experiences and bring the hands down.